Students, now we are going to describe very important phylum, the phylum Platyhelminthes. It is highly developed than the previous one, Poriferum, Coelenterata and Ctenophora. And fourth one is the Platyhelminthes. It is the fourth phylum that is actually very important regarding the class 11th and also for the very competitive examination. Now let us we talk about the Platyhelminthes and try to explain the word meaning of Platyhelminthes. Actually, Platyhelminthes consists of two words. The plate, it means the flat, keep in mind, and helminth means warm, keep in mind. The plate and worm, that is collectively from the Platyhelminthes. Flat worm, it is sometimes also known as flatworm. So the basic characteristics of the phylum Platyhelminthes, all animals of this phylum are actually flat, that is from the dorsal and ventral side. That is also very important regarding the word meaning. Flat from the dorsal and ventral, it is dorso-ventrally flat. What is dorsal and ventral side? Suppose that this is a fish, then the bottom side of fish is actually the ventral side and that is the dorsal side. Your back side means your backbone is actually towards your dorsal side and your abdomen towards your ventral side. Then the Platyhelminthes are actually very thin from the dorsal and ventral side, so it called Platyhelminthes or flatworm. Now back to the next important features. It is triploblastic in nature, that is ectoderm, mesoderm along with endoderm are also found. Now organ level of body organization, before it every organisms are either the tissue level or the cellular level, but in the phylum Platyhelminthes organisms are actually the organ level of body organization. It is that is it is acoelomatic condition. It is acoelomatic, that is acoelomate. There is no any coelomic cavity are found. Next one is it has actually performed their life cycle as an endoparasite. Endoparasite. What is endoparasite? Parasite that can live either in or outside of the other living being. When the parasites live inside the body of living being, the parasite is known as endoparasite, and Platyhelminthes basically belong to endoparasite. And some of the parasites are actually ectoparasite, means they are actually live over the body or they feed from the outer surface of the body. For example, the mosquito, the Jews, etc. are actually the louses, etc. are actually the ectoparasite. Now the other features, they all are actually very simple digestive system. Very simple digestive system. Why very simple digestive system? Because it live in the living organisms in other animals, so they do not require any kinds of special organs for the digestion. So they actually absorb the well digested food material. That's why the Platyhelminthes possess very simple type of digestive system. And the early stage, that is the larval stage, are common. It means they do not have a direct development, that is they show the metamorphosis. Now next one is actually they live, there has two parasites, probably mostly their life cycle is actually the digenetic. It means they live in two life cycle. Suppose that this is the parasites and this is the organisms that infected by these kinds of parasites, that the parasite after surviving the lifespan can remain in the body or get died. Then this kinds of parasite is known as monogenetic parasite, and the life cycle of parasite is known as actually the monogenetic life cycle. But sometimes some single parasites may live in more than one host, that is first host and that is the second host. Then that kinds of life cycle is known as digenetic. So mostly digenetic, the phylum Platyhelminthes perform the digenetic process. Now very other important features of the platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes possess a very specific organs known as flame cell. Flame cell. And flame cell is the excretory organ. It is excretory organ in the platyhelminthes. That is not only help in excretion, it also maintain the osmoregulation. It also perform the process of osmoregulation, that is maintain the internal body balance, internal chemical body balance, that is known as osmoregulation. Now when you see the structure of single flame cell, that there is the flame like, somehow the burning flame like structure, that is actually a structure of a flame cell. That's why flame cell so called. This is the protoplasmic processes. Protoplasmic processes, and this is the opening of flame cell that responsible to eliminate the excretory material from the platyhelminthes. So not only platyhelminthes is common for the, that is not only the flame cell is common for the excretion in platyhelminthes, it also responsible for osmoregulation. That is overall structure and explanation of platyhelminthes. Now back to the example of platyhelminthes. Actually the well popular organisms Taenia solium, that is also known as tapeworm, belong to this phylum. So example is tapeworm. Tapeworm is known as Taenia solium. Commonly it is known as Taenia solium. Other example, planaria. Regeneration in planaria you probably studied in class 10th. Next one is the Fasciola hepatica. Fasciola hepatica. Fasciola hepatica actually called as flatworm. Flatworm. Fourth one is the Taenia saginata. Taenia saginata, that is also known as beef tapeworm. Beef tapeworm found in the cow. These are some example of phylum Platyhelminthes. Now next one we will describe about the structure of Taenia solium only, because it is well popular organism belong to Platyhelminthes. Students, now we are going to describe the Taenia solium, structure of Taenia solium, and you are well familiar with the word Taenia solium, that is known as the tapeworm. And the structure begin from a head region. This one is the head region of Taenia solium, and it has later become flat. It become flat and coiled within the intestine of human being. This one is called as proglottis, and that is known as the neck region, and that is known as head region. Listen, now back to the leveling of each part. This part is known as the head, and head in the Taenia solium is known as scolex, and this is the neck. Neck of Taenia is known as the strobila, and it is 800 to 1000 in number, and the rest part is actually known as proglottis. It is about 200 to 1000 in number, and this is actually the rectangular in shape. Each part is actually rectangular in shape, and from the posterior part it gets separate out after the breakdown from the main part, while the from anterior part it regularly reform from the strobila, but from the posterior side it will get eliminate out from the body of Taenia solium, because each proglottis is a pouch like structure in which many eggs of Taenia solium are field. So when it will eliminate out from the body, then it will complete their second life cycle into the second type of host. So this part, that is the proglast, this part is very essential for the life cycle of Taenia solium. Now let we magnify the part of head region in Taenia. Part of head of Taenia solium. When you magnify the part of Taenia solium, head part of Taenia solium, we will have a dome shape structure. Somehow the dome shape structure, this one is the neck region, and there is a opening. That opening is known as rostrum. But keep in mind, the opening is not performed as like the mouth like function in our body. It actually do not perform any kinds of feeding habitat. It is actually only for the function of attachment over the host surface. Now this is the rostrum. This one is the rostrum, and just at the bottom of rostrum there is the two whorl of spine like structure are exist. This is actually known as the hook. Two whorl of hook that help to penetrate the intestinal wall of host and help to attach with the host intestine and host body wall. Now there is a sucker found. Listen, with this sucker it creates the vacuum like structure. With the help of this sucker, it helps to tightly packed with the body of host. So these are overall head region, and when you magnify the single hook, you will find the sickle shape structure. This is the sickle, somehow the sickle shape structure, that is called as blade, and that is known as the hook part. And now back to two whorl of hook. Now hook of, that is the body of hook, and this is the strobila. Strobila actually help to form the proglottis later. Now as I told you, the rostrum, suckers do not help to absorption of food in the Taenia solium. But which part of the Taenia solium help to absorb the food? Now it need to know by you. Listen. When you magnify the body surface of Taenia solium, there is a very special structure you can see. The body is actually as like this, that actually do not have a clear segmentation, that is no clear segments are found. There is a no clear segment are found, but it has a false segmentation, and body is covered by a very special cuticulous surface. The body is covered by cuticular surface. Cuticle help to prevent the Taenia solium from the host strong acids and other chemicals. It prevent Taenia from host chemical, and the surface of body is actually called as comedial layer. This hair like projection is actually the layer of comedia, comedial, comedial layer. That comedial layer help to absorb the digested food from host. So how do the food digestion perform, how do the food absorption perform in Taenia solium? From the body surface. Keep in mind, the body surface has a very special lining that is known as comedial layer, through which Taenia able to absorb the food from the host body. That is overall structure that can be explained by you by viewing the diagram. Now next